Welcome to the journey of the FIFA World Cup 2026 qualifiers, where dreams are forged and nations unite on the path to glory. The 2026 FIFA World Cup, hosted by the United States, Canada, and Mexico, promises to be a historic event. It's the first time three nations will co-host, and the tournament will feature an expanded format with 48 teams. This is the story of the qualification process, a global battle for a spot on the world's biggest stage. From every corner of the globe, teams are fighting to secure their place in history. The qualification began in September 2023, and it's a long, grueling road that will continue until March 2026. Let's dive into the structure of the qualifiers and the latest updates from each confederation. The 2026 World Cup will see 45 teams qualify through their confederations, joining the three host nations. These spots are divided among 6 confederations: UEFA, AFC, CAF, CONMEBOL, CONCACAF, and OFC. UEFA, representing Europe, has the most slots with 16 teams qualifying for the finals. The Asian Football Confederation, or AFC, will send 8 teams plus 1 possible playoff spot. Africa's CAF has 9 direct slots and 1 playoff opportunity. South America's CONMEBOL gets 6 direct spots and 1 playoff slot. CONCACAF, covering North and Central America and the Caribbean, has 3 direct slots and 2 playoff spots in addition to the host nations. Finally, Oceania's OAFC secures 1 guaranteed spot and 1 playoff opportunity. This is a landmark moment for Oceania, as it's the first time the OAFC is guaranteed a berth in the World Cup. Let's start with Europe, where the UEFA qualification process is in full swing. The European qualifiers began in March 2025 and will run until November 2025, with playoffs in March 2026. 54 teams are competing, divided into 12 groups of 4 or 5 teams. The winners of each group will qualify directly for the World Cup. The 12 runners-up, along with the 4 best-ranked UEFA Nations League group winners not in the top 2, will enter playoffs. These playoffs will consist of 4 paths, each with semi-finals and finals, to determine the final 4 qualifiers. As of March 2025, some early results have set the tone for the competition. In Group K, England kicked off with a 2-0 victory over Albania and a 3-0 win against Latvia. Poland in Group G secured a 1-0 win against Lithuania and a 2-0 victory over Malta. Norway made a statement in Group I, thrashing Moldova 5-0, while Wales in Group J defeated Kazakhstan 3-1. The European qualifiers are highly competitive, with powerhouses like Germany, Italy, and Spain yet to start their campaigns. The staggered start, with some groups beginning in September 2025, adds complexity to the race. Controversies have also emerged, such as the draw map error excluding Crimea from Ukraine, which sparked outrage. FIFA issued an apology, but tensions remain high in some groups. Now let's move to Asia, where the AFC qualification process is one of the most intricate. The AFC qualifiers started in October 2023 and involve 5 rounds, with the 3rd round currently underway. 18 teams are divided into 3 groups of 6, with the top 2 from each group qualifying directly. The 3rd and 4th place teams advance to a 4th round, with further opportunities to qualify. Japan became the first team to qualify, securing their spot with a 2-0 win over Bahrain on March 20, 2025. Iran followed, clinching their berth with a 2-2 draw against Uzbekistan on March 25, 2025. South Korea, Jordan, Australia, and Uzbekistan are in strong positions to join them. Notable moments include Japan's 3-0 forfeit win over North Korea, who refused to host due to health concerns. Bahrain faced a fine for fan misconduct during their 5-0 loss to Japan, including laser pointers and anthem mockery. The AFC qualifiers have seen 190 goals in 72 matches, averaging 2.64 goals per game. Next, let's explore Africa, where the CAF qualifiers are heating up. The African qualifiers began in November 2023, with 54 teams competing in 9 groups of 6. The winner of each group qualifies directly, while the 4 best runners-up enter a playoff for an inter-confederation spot. Current group leaders include Egypt, DR Congo, South Africa, Cape Verde, Morocco, Ivory Coast, Algeria, Tunisia, and Ghana. With 4 match days remaining, the competition is fierce, and upsets are always possible. Eritrea's withdrawal before the qualifiers began raised concerns about player asylum, impacting group ranking. South America's CONMEBOL qualifiers are among the most intense, with a single league format. All 10 CONMEBOL teams face each other home and away across 18 match days, starting in September 2023. The top 6 teams qualify directly, with the 7th entering the Interconfederation playoffs. Argentina, the defending champions, secured their spot with a 4-1 victory over Brazil on March 25, 2025. Ecuador, Uruguay, Brazil, Paraguay, and Colombia currently occupy the top 6, with Venezuela in 7th. Ecuador faced a 3-point deduction for falsifying documents in the previous cycle, adding drama to the race. The CONMEBOL qualifiers have produced 147 goals in 70 matches, averaging 2.1 goals per game. In CONCACAF, the qualification process is unique due to the host nation's automatic berths. Canada, Mexico, and the United States are already qualified, leaving 3 direct slots and 2 playoff spots. The first round saw the 4 lowest-ranked teams compete, with 2 advancing to the second round. The second round features 30 teams in 6 groups of 5, with the top 2 from each group moving to the third round. The third round, starting in September 2025, will see 12 teams in 3 groups of 4. The group winners will qualify, and the 2 best runners-up will enter the Interconfederation playoffs. As of June 2024, 115 goals have been scored in 33 matches, averaging 3.48 goals per game. Oceania's OFC qualifiers have already concluded, with New Zealand earning the guaranteed spot. New Zealand defeated New Caledonia 3-0 in the final on March 24, 2025. New Caledonia will compete in the Interconfederation playoffs in March 2026. The OFC process involved Samoa advancing from the first round, joining 7 higher-ranked teams in the second round. The Interconfederation playoffs will determine the final 2 World Cup spots. 6 teams, 1 from Africa, Asia, South America, Oceania, and 2 from CONCACAF, will compete. The 4 lowest-ranked teams will play semi-finals, with winners facing the 2 highest-ranked teams in finals. The winners of these finals will secure their place in the 2026 World Cup. The 2026 World Cup will be a spectacle, with 16 host cities across 3 nations. The tournament runs from June 11 to July 19, 2026, with 104 matches planned. Preparations are underway, with infrastructure upgrades and fan festivals in the works. The expanded format has sparked excitement, especially in regions with increased qualification spots. For fans, it's a chance to witness new teams and emerging stars on the global stage. Players like Erling Haaland, Heung-min Son, and Lionel Messi are among those aiming to shine. The qualifiers are not just about results. They're about passion, pride, and national identity. Every match tells a story, from underdog triumphs to dramatic last-minute goals. The journey to the 2026 World Cup is a marathon, not a sprint, testing resilience and strategy. As we follow the qualifiers, we see the dreams of nations taking shape. From the pitches of Europe to the stadiums of South America, the world is watching. The 2026 FIFA World Cup is more than a tournament. It's a celebration of unity and competition. Stay tuned for more updates as the road to the World Cup continues. Who will rise, who will fall? The stage of dreams awaits. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey. Subscribe for more FIFA World Cup 2026 updates. Let's keep the excitement alive.